One turn every midfielder should master if you want to be a top-class player. And this, surprisingly, is a skill not taught enough, especially at the youth level, because we learn how to control the ball with our half turn, but the full turn, which what we're going to cover, is not taught enough. And it's such an effective skill, just not utilized enough at the younger youth level. Here's what it looks like. Now, why is this important? Because look what just happened. As I play the pass, or when the ball is coming back towards me, I am facing this way, right? And let's just imagine if I'm a central midfielder and the ball is coming from my centre back, right, or the goalkeeper even, and I'm facing directly towards my own goal, and chances are I am looking to invite pressure. Because I am looking indecisive, I'm looking at my own goal, and that's a lot of times a visual cue for the defenders to come put me under pressure, right? And this is exactly what we want, because I want to invite the pressure by utilizing this technique. I am not just facing a half turn where my option is this way, or having to take extra touches to face the other side. What I'm going to do is, or what I actually did was, by utilizing a full turn, I am facing the player, the incoming pressure, and then both sides. And this is why this skill is so effective and dangerous. You can see a lot of midfielders at professional levels or players at any meaningful level utilizing this technique a lot. And it's really difficult to defend, because once you give that player a little space and you've come late to that player who've just made that turn, I mean, she or he's facing both sides of me, or the either side of me, and it makes it really challenging for me to defend, especially in the middle of the park where the space is bigger when you're defending individually. That's what I mean. Okay, so let's just go one more time. And look how that ball comes towards me too. This is, again, we're gonna cover all of this, but that's the technique. So how do we do it? It's important that you do not open up your body too early as the ball is coming, because that's going to keep you in a half turn, and actually you lose the momentum to make that full wrap on the ball to do the full turn. What we want to do is step one, the entrance. Okay, 5 key points. First one is entry, right? Our entry should be hips and shoulders facing directly towards the ball. That's our entry. Now, how about the pre-contact? This is where it splits when it comes to a successful technique or average technique. A successful technique is going to look like where my placement of the plant leg is going to come well past the ball. So you can see if I'm looking to make that turn with my right foot, the pre-contact of my body, right, before the contact, my placement of the plant foot is well in front of the ball, meaning now the ball is going way past me, and this is going to help me to draw my shoulder this way, and then now comes the contact. The contact is going to come with your inside of the foot, and simply using the momentum, right, using this rotation and drop of the shoulder, you want to rotate with the ball. And of course, I was just going really slowly, so I had to grab the ball with the sole. But generally speaking, you want to use somewhere between inside and the sole, right? Somewhere between inside and the sole, like the frame of the shoe. And that can be a really useful part of the foot to make this technique. So that's the contact. Now, what should the post-contact look like? The post-contact then shows where I am facing the game, and the ball's movement should be diagonally running backwards. Now, you're gonna see 3 different ball movements when somebody's practicing this technique. Now, this can be you as well, right? So the number 1 is when you do not place the foot high enough, what's gonna happen is, because you don't have the space, the ball runs at best sideways. Let me try that one more time. The ball is going to run sideways, or it's going to come in front. Now, why do we want to avoid this? Because again, think about the pressure that's coming behind you. If I open up that touch, and if the ball is rolling diagonally forward, bang, it's going to draw the contact even more, right? We want to avoid the contact. We want to run away. We want to run away with this technique. And the average technique is going to be where the ball is moving sideways, where you just wrap enough and it's moving sideways. So ball is moving sideways. Now this is okay, but we can always make it so much better, right? So instead of moving the ball sideways, what we want to do, we want to move the ball backwards. You want to be running backwards with it. Why? Separation. Again, the point of this technique was for me to move and run away from the pressure, right? Invite the pressure, create a separation. As I create a separation, if I'm running back with the ball, and if the pressure does come, what am I creating even more behind the player? It's the space behind the player, right? Then I can see the field bigger. I got the time to run with the ball as the player's coming. Now I can make even smarter decisions. So this is why we want to be drawing the ball to run backwards towards me. Then I can play one touch, bang, hard, or long pass, dribble, cover, anything that you want to do, it can happen. The benefit of the ball moving slightly backwards is because it's like a train wreck, right? If the ball is coming towards you, it's always easier for us to strike. And this is why you see 7 to 9-year-olds who simply do not have the strength in their foot yet, or feet yet. They seem to be striking the ball a lot better when the ball is coming to them. Same method. You want to pull the ball backwards and then get out. So let's just go over from entry to the exit. So entry, straight, pre-contact in front, contact with the inside, my shoulder dropped, then you pull it this way, and then you can take your second touch for the post-contact and then the exit. Now, I'm gonna show you a few different ways to exit using the technique. Number one is the very simplest form. So there, wrap it, move one side. We can do that. We can draw the play and then we can run away by cutting inside. Another way we can attack this. We want to open and then we want to open one more. So let's cover it one more time each. There, full turn, cut inside, and then you can run away. Or you can go full turn, open, and then you can run away. You can also make a one-touch pass. Or cut inside and play the pass as well. Now these are also the variations that you can create right from the base of the turn. Instead of dropping our foot, what we can do is we can keep our foot hanging, let the ball come across, and then chop it to change direction. Now you could have seen, I think Toni Kroos used to do this a lot, or even players like Modric, or any of the really top class players. 1, 2, and then you can get out. Or Busquets. Just let the ball come across your body. Don't drop your foot. Then use the momentum that you come as you come down to chop onto the ball. Don't forget to scan. You could also use this technique to kind of cover. So turn, cover, and then turn again. To go over the technique, or the point of this exercise, or this technique, is number one, it allows you to open up and see the full picture. Number two, when you do the turn right, the ball is coming back towards you, which means you can attract the player even more if that player does decide to come towards you, which will then help you to create even more space behind the player, helping you make smarter decisions and even better executions. Number three, because you're facing the player with your hips square as the player is approaching, you can go either side. This is a very, very good technique when it comes to the player approaching straight ahead of you and then you facing the player head on when there's both options or both space available. If the player does come from an angle, so for instance, if I do open this way and the player is coming from there from my left side, I can simply get my body across and then continue to dribble this way. If you happen to turn this way, and if the pressure does come here, this is when you quickly see from the peripheral vision of yours where that technique of chopping and running away comes in. So again, just because you are using this full turn to face the bigger picture, it allows you to have even more options in the game. And I would say this is one turn that every midfielder should be equipped with if they want to play any meaningful level. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.